How we doing, guys? Hey, this is what Friday nights have come to nowadays in COVID world. This is how we're rocking it on a Friday night. Bloody hell. Well, part 2 of our little Buzzard trilogy. Is it a trilogy? If there's 2 parts, I don't know. Anyway, part 2. So we're going to creep out in it. I'm going to get under an edge. I can't see for the light. The hell, I'm going to end up taking an header into hawthorn bushes. Right, where are we? Let's have a look. Right. So, right, what time is it? Let's have a look. 10 o'clock. Right, 10 o'clock, Friday night. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep in permanent hide tonight, and I want a really early start. Thing is, I've been coming down for the last, well, I've had a couple of do's, and I've been getting down like when it's, when it's dark in the morning, well, just coming light, and I think they've been clocking me. So I thought I'll get down tonight, put camp bed up, get a bit of shut eye. We brought some bagging with us, and we'll get a good night's kip and open up the hide and get it ready. Because I think maybe what's been happening, I've been coming down and opening up them hatches, and I can't see the buzzers because it's like semi-dark. But if they're, if they can see me, they see the hide opening up, they're not going to come down. So they've been really wary. They have been coming down when I put I've been putting the trail cam down, and I've had some cracking footage. And so they're knocking about, and they're taking the roadkill stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get down to hide now. We're going to get set up, get bed set up, and yeah, get bedded down, and hopefully get some buzzard shots in the morning. So stick with us. First thing, let's get big hat off. I'm afraid we don't need that. It's warmer than I thought. First thing, we'll get this hide sorted out, get these chairs moved and all this bird food, and we'll get this camp bed made up. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to nip out now, and I'm going to check that our roadkill hasn't been robbed. I brought a bit more, so I'll nip out now. Let's go and have a look. Take you with me. Go on. Right, good ground's wet through, it's horrible. Right. Right, so we're here on the big setup. What I've done as well, I've moved it forward. I moved it forward, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and I've moved it closer so that I can use the permanent hide just for comfort, really, just because the amount of hours that it can take for these birds to come down, they're that wary. Even though they're used to coming down and feeding here, they're still proper wary, so hence that's why we're here tonight, and we're doing an overnighter to try and steal a march on them, really. And so yeah, we've got a bit of, you see there, pheasant. It's half eaten, but they'll be down for that in the morning. Hopefully Fox won't come and get that tonight, but hey, it's one of them, innit? You can't do it about it. So that's our perch. I'm hoping tonight, well, not tonight, in the morning, hopefully we can get them on, because what they've been doing, they've been coming down, they've been feeding down here on bottom, and then what they do, they work their way up, and they get on this perch here on top of this big log, and they clean the beak, because when they're feeding on this carrion, the beak gets full of meat and what have you, and they come up here and do a bit of preening. So that'd be fantastic to get some shots on there. So yeah, fingers crossed that we get some shots in the morning. Weather's not fantastic, but it's the only window of opportunity that I've really got, you know. So we'll give it a do, eh? And see what happens, eh? So let's get bed set up and yeah, get hunkered down. Whew. There, sorted. Bed's made. Brought my secret weapon. Look at that bad boy. 10-foot long hot water bottle. Camp bed's up. Little inflatable mattress. We've got the decent sleeping bag in tonight and hot water bottle. Big flask of milky coffee. Job's a good one. So we're going to set the alarm for, I don't know, don't need to set it mega really, 7 o'clock, and yeah, just hopefully that you know, if they're roosting up in them big beech trees, they'll spot you from bloody miles away, and they're not daft. So if they see you coming down here, even, you know, semi-dark, and they see you going into the hide, it's curtains, index, so they're gonna be super cautious. You know, you'd be lucky if you get them to come down. So that's the idea of tonight's little jaunt. We're gonna get bedded down, up early doors, bit of brekkie, and hopefully we'll get some decent shots. Might just have a bit of a read before I go to bed. Tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to write a few Christmas cards. I think at this time of year, you know, it's important, isn't it? The people who are dearest to you at this time of year, you've got to write them, you know, write them a nice Christmas card. So I think that's what we'll do. Dear Santa, I've been a right good lad this year. Please, can I have a Nikon 300mm f2.8 VR2 from Simon, aged 9 3/4. That should do it. What? Hey, don't judge. Times are hard. Don't ask, you don't get, do you? Gotta be worth a try. The North Pole. Here, we're in. So, like I said, secret weapon. Look what wife sent with me. That's love for you, that, innit? Couldn't see me go cold tonight, so she sent me with the biggest hot water bottle in the world. It's bigger than sleeping bag. I could have got in this, couldn't I? Anyway, happy days. What a woman. Right, so I'm going to get my head down now. See you in the morning. Oh, yeah. Morning, everyone. Well, time are we on? 20 to 7. Slept alright actually. Got a bit cold like, but yeah, not too bad. Could stay till like I've been dug up. Anyway, I think we'll get a brew on. I'm gonna have another hour. No point getting up yet, it's pitch black out there. Yeah, things you do, eh? What was it Roy Castle said? Dedication. Hopefully it'll pay off, eh? We'll see. So, yeah, I'm gonna grab a quick brew. Get my head back down. We'll see in a bit. Right, it's time to get up. So, it's well, 7:15. Right, the trick is now, I need to get everything packed away as quietly as I can, because I know, you know, I haven't got the hatches open, but you don't want stuff to eat either, so we're going to get everything, get up, get dressed, because it's getting a bit chilly now, and get a bit of scran, got some brekkie, and yeah, get this hatch open, get the camera set up. It's going to be a couple of hours yet before there's any light anyway. I don't think the light's fantastic this morning anyway, but it's what it is, isn't it? So we're going to get up, get dressed. Like I said, we need to be as quiet as we can and get all this stuff packed away, get the chair back in and get in a position where we're ready for taking some photos. Right, we're sorted. Got everything back to normal-ish. Got the chair's in the right position. I haven't opened the hatches yet. We're going to have a bit of brekkie. So cup of coffee, wake us up. Courtesy of my wonderful wife from Overnight Oats. I don't know if you've ever had these, but they're fantastic. It weighs the same as a blacksmith's anvil, so just something to consider when you're coming away with a load of gear. Maybe not bring it in one of these, but I don't have any plastic containers that were tall enough. Bang on. Right, hopefully you can hear me. I've just heard the buzzard. He's just in them. I haven't seen him yet, but I can hear him. Keeps calling out, so it's 10 to 10. Now the trail cam, when I checked it yesterday, they've been coming down in the morning, roughly about 10 o'clock, so that's no indication. They can come down whenever. I mean, it's, you know, the weather's horrible today, it's raining, so I'm not expecting some great shots, but anything's better than nothing really. So, I mean, just going back to a few technicalities as well, a few people have been asking me, you know, what settings do I shoot, and I shoot a lot on aperture priority. I just find it kind of works for me really. You know, I can shoot in manual if I want to. I shoot it when I'm videoing. I always switch into manual mode. Live view on the camera, and into manual I have a lot more you know, have a lot more control over my settings and that, but because you've less to think about if you set to aperture priority, a lot of the work I do is in hides and the static setups, so I pretty much know what my settings are going to be, and if I have a bit less to think about, I just find it's a lot easier. I mean, take advantage of these cameras. These modern cameras are so technically superb. I mean, they help you out a lot, so use it to your advantage. I mean, I set this to aperture priority. Again, the sides that you're shooting, that has a big influence on your settings. I mean, I know particularly where I want to get the pictures today, on the end of this big perch, so the sight dictates what my aperture is going to be, because unfortunately where I've got this set up at the moment, there's a big banking at the back, and I've moved the setup forward to increase that distance between the perches and the banking, so that I can get that blurred out. That's the effect that I want. And so with the light being so poor, I'm having to shoot wide open, which I don't like doing all the time, because obviously if I'm shooting wide open, I'm not taking advantage of the camera's best settings, if you will, because it shoots better, it's sharper at about f8. If I go to f8, I'm shutting the aperture down, and that has an effect on my shutter speed and my ISO, because I'm not letting as much light in. So I'm going to have to either drop my shutter speed to let more light in, or up the ISO, which is going to, you know, obviously give me noise. So anyone that's getting into wildlife photography and just starting out, these are the basic things that you've got to get into your head. So I think species, sight and light, them three factors, if you start, everything has an effect on everything else. So, you know, get that into your head. The light is, obviously it's all about the light. You know, ideally, you know, we'd be able to, every shot would be 5,000th of a second, 100 ISO, and you know, wide open, but it doesn't work. Everything you change has an effect on something else. So you've got to strike an happy medium. I always try and get my ISO down as low as I can. You know, I don't really like going over 1,000 ISO. I thought that was him then, it's a carrion crow. Yeah, try and get my ISO down as low as I can, and obviously, you know, whatever you're shooting, like these buzzards are going to be hopefully static on these branches, so I can get me shutter speed down pretty low. I can get it, you know, down to 1/25th of a second, and just strike an happy medium. So it's a waiting game now. If it's anything like the last couple of times I've been down, I'm going to be waiting a long time. And it started getting cold as well. That's why I'm dressed like an Eskimo. It can be cold work, this working in a hide, but hopefully it'll pay off. Just spotted him. He's up in that tree, in that beech tree where he usually sits, with a crow sat just above him. They both sat there like best mates, just preening. So I'm hoping, the light's not too bad at the moment, but I'm hoping in the next hour, because that's it, I've only got an hour and then I've got to go. I'm hoping he's going to come down. He's just playing hard to get at the moment. Fingers crossed. It's frigging freezing, honestly, it's bolting. My feet are like blocks of ice. Oh, come on, Buzzard. You know you want to. Well, my card's failed on my little vlogging camera, so I'm having to film on my mobile, but currently I'm trying not to speak so loud because I've got one down here feeding at the moment. Just see there. Which is absolutely fantastic because I've had about 4 doos down here now and they haven't shown up. I was losing faith, to be honest. I thought I'd moved the setup a bit too close, but I've caught them on the trail cam, you know, so I knew they were coming down, and yeah, today it's paid off. I was at the point where I was going to move everything around and move it further away, but it's paid off. So happy days. I'm well chuffed. There's another one knocking about as well, which would be fantastic. I saw them both together before, sat on the fence, which was nice. But it'd be nice to get them both down feeding together. One that's quite light and a dark one as well. Amazing colour variations in buzzards. Some of them are really light. But anyway, we'll stick with it. We'll see if we can get out any better footage. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Buzzard film. I just want to thank you all really for all the support that you've shown me and the channel this year. You've been amazing. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Right, I better go and post that letter.